Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Justin here, your Empowered Minds coach. And in this video, I'm going to be talking to you about how to read the signs that the universe has your back. I mean, have you ever felt stuck or unsure about the right move to make in your life? You know, it feels as though you're walking through porridge and you're all alone in this world and that life is just a random event. Well, stick around, and by the end of this video, you'll understand that the signs are always there. There are signs telling you how to do things, where to go, what to do on your journey in this life. And in this video, I'm going to be talking to you about 5 ways that you will know that you are being helped, that you're on the right track, that you're being guided in the right direction. The first one I'm going to be talking to you about is about repeating thought patterns. The second point I'm going to be talking to you about is how what you feel determines what you get. And point 3, the physical signs. And point 4, your intuition or your inner voice. And number 5, I'm going to be touching base on synchronicities. Okay, so repetitive thoughts, well, they're always there. I mean, have you ever had a thought that just won't go away? It's like it's always there and it won't shut up. Like you're in the shower, you're making a coffee, you're scrolling through your phone, and bam, the same exact thought keeps on interrupting you again and again and again. Well, that's not coincidence. That's not your brain malfunctioning. That's the universe sending you a sign to do something, to make a move, to go somewhere. When the same thought keeps looping in your mind, it's not random, it's guidance. And here's what most people don't realize. The universe doesn't send you just one polite text and then ghost you. It repeats itself. It hammers the message home through signs or through your subconscious mind until you finally pay attention. It first of all throws a pebble at you, then it throws a rock, and then bam, you hit a brick wall before you learn the lesson. I mean, let's get real. I mean, have you ever had a thought that just won't shut up? Like you're in the shower, you're making a coffee, you're scrolling through your phone, and bam, the exact same thought keeps on interrupting you again and again and again. Well, that's not coincidence. That's not your brain malfunctioning. That's the universe sending you a sign to do something, to make a move, to go somewhere. And when the same thoughts keep on looping in your mind, it's not random, it's guidance. And here's what most people don't realize. The universe doesn't send you one polite text and then it ghosts you. It repeats itself. It hammers the message home through signs or through your subconscious mind until you finally pay attention. And here's where it gets really wild. I mean, you know those moments when you're driving your car and a song comes up on the radio and it feels like it was just pulled straight from your mind, straight from your thoughts, like you're wrestling with a decision and suddenly the lyrics are literally answering your question. You're sitting there and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe this. Well, I was just thinking about this. Well, that's not Spotify's algorithm, my friend. That's synchronicity. That's the universe saying, hey, you're on the right track. Keep going. Or maybe it's the universe saying, hey, there's a warning. But either way, these moments or these signals, they're signs and not coincidences. Here's the brutal truth. The more you ignore it, the louder it gets. And it's a fear thing. We're afraid or we don't trust our own intuition. It starts with a whisper, a little nudge, a quiet, maybe I should think about this. But when you keep on hitting that snooze button on the alarm, it becomes a thought pattern. Then it becomes anxiety if you're focusing on the future, and it becomes depression if you're focusing on the past, and then it becomes a full-blown crisis. This is direction. Your higher self, your intuition, the universe, whatever you want to call it, is trying to steer you towards your best life. But you've got to meet it halfway. So here's what I want you to do this week. Grab your phone or a notebook, and every time a repetitive thought shows up, write it down. Don't judge it. Don't dismiss it. Just document it and ask yourself, is this thought that I'm feeding my mind, that I'm feeding myself, true, or is it a made-up story in my head? And by the end of the week, look at your list, and I'll guarantee you'll see a pattern, a theme, a message that's been trying to reach you. And once you see it clearly, you'll know exactly what to do next. And this leads me on to the topic number 2. It's when you feel like you're in the flow, you're feeling it. When life feels easy and natural, you're aligned and you're on the right path. The universe rewards flow, not force. And we tend to try and force everything to happen, whether it's in a relationship, in a career. We place resistance in these areas, and we often wonder why we struggle, why we don't feel good, and why our life tends to fall apart. And when things start falling into place, the right opportunities, the connections, timing, that's the confirmation that you're aligned with what you need to know, or you're aligned with your goal or your dream. In contrast, when everything feels like a struggle or it feels like a piece of shit, it's often a sign to pause, reassess, or change direction. It's starting to change your time to change your thoughts that you have about that particular situation. When I began following my intuition in my business and my daily life, I stopped pushing so hard. Things just started happening, started evolving. The clients, the ideas, the clarity. Well, that's all universal flow. In sales, we used to call it being in the flow. And I used to get this all the time in my early days in sales. When you were feeling good, the right people showed up and the sales flowed in. It was uncanny and people could sense your energy and you could just feel it. These people are thinking, if he's in a good mood, he must be doing well. So it must be a good product or service, because subconsciously people think that if you're grumpy or you're pissed off, you're not doing well. So this product or service mustn't be that good. So you may have experienced this yourself in your life. I know I have many a times, and a lot of people that I talk to have as well. The third point I want to talk to you about is the physical or emotional discomfort. The body reveals what the mind resists. So physical pain, the fatigue or tension it's unprocessed emotional energy. I always used to get a stiff neck and shoulders, and I still sometimes do to this day. And this is how I can catch myself out from knowing that I'm thinking rigid patterns. I'm not thinking in the flow. I'm not relaxing my mind. I'm tensed. I have to stop and remind myself, how rigid is my thinking? What have I been thinking for the last few days or even for the day? What rigid thoughts do I have to make? Do I have to change in order for me to feel better? And you may have heard of, there's a fantastic book by Louise L. Hay called You Can Heal Your Life. Fantastic book. She was one of the founding four members of New Thought Leadership, and how the correlation between what we think and how we feel is a direct correlation there. She's a legend in the personal development world. And she explains how the psychological effect of your mind reveals itself in the physical body. So go and get that book. You Can Heal Your Life. Fantastic book. And you'll be blown away by what she has to say in there. The direct correlation there is between how you think and your thoughts, how they affect the body. The universe may use your body as a messenger when you've ignored your intuition for too long. And the next time discomfort arises, don't just treat it physically. Ask, what emotion or situation could this be connected to? Like if you're having money problems, that could be your lower back issues. Stiff, rigid thinking, that's your neck issues. There's a whole gamut of other information in that book, so go get it. And the fourth point I want to bring up is your inner voice and those intuitive nudges. Your intuition is the universe speaking through you. Intuition is that quiet inner knowing, the one that's always calm and never fearful. And this is why your intuition works best when you're nearly asleep, when you're in the shower, when you're fully relaxed. And you can access it by asking yourself, asking the universe, show me what I need to see, or tell me what I need to know. Then relax and let it go. And you'll often get the insights through things like meditation, journaling, or silence. And this is when you hear the clearer guidance. When I was at crossroads in my life, I stopped asking everyone else for their opinion, their advice, because you're going to go crazy. You're going to get conflicting advice from loved ones and close friends. Yes, it all helps, and it does help, and it works. But sometimes it just confuses you even more and more. You know the right answer. So I used to ask the universe instead, and the answers will slowly be revealed to you at the right time. I often ask the questions at night time before I go to bed. I let my mind marinate overnight, and you'll be surprised at what is revealed to you in the form of dreams or just in the form of the knowledge being told to you. And that leads me on to the fifth point, which is synchronicities and perfect timing. And when you begin to align your energy with your desires, you'll start noticing what many call coincidences. But in truth, there's not really such a thing. You see, seeing repeated numbers, meeting the right person at the exact right time, or stumbling upon the perfect opportunity are not random events. They are signs that your inner world and the universe are moving in harmony. And these synchronicities serve as gentle confirmations that you're on the right path, that your energy is in alignment with what it is that you've been asking for. And the more you trust and flow with these moments instead of questioning them, the more naturally they'll begin to appear. Life stops feeling uncertain and starts to feel guided almost magically. You realize that everything is happening in perfect timing. Even the things that once felt like delays or detours, they happen for a reason. And when you learn to trust these signs, you tap into the powerful truth. The universe is always communicating with you, showing you that your desires are already here and they're on the way. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed those 5 points. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Also share it with someone who you think may benefit from watching this. Just remember that the universe doesn't shout, it whispers. The question is, are you listening? Thanks for watching. Peace out. See you in the next video.